They have even said that one of who writes for Illustrated Weekly of India, he said that after the incident took place, he came there, he came to the place of occurrence and he spoke to these people. He spoke to the magistrate and also another man called Kesavan Rao or somebody. And they said that it was unjustified. And he said that he has tape recorded it. But then they wanted to hear everything. They couldn't get everything. That is why that has not been taken into consideration by the judges. They are up by 2.8, page 96. These are the salient features which emerge from the admitted facts and circumstances of the case. And even in absence of any cooperation from the state government and the police, we do not find any hesitation in coming to the conclusion that the firing in question was highly indiscriminate, unnecessary and unjustified. This firing, in our opinion, amounted to brutal murder of 21 valuable lives of the citizens of this country governed by the Constitution, which proudly speaks of protecting the lives of the citizens of the country and aims at establishing an equitable order through equality, fraternity and brotherhood, which are obviously not empty platitudes of a political theorist. It is very distressing to find that in spite of the demand of respectable citizens of this country, journalists and various public organizations not interested in politics, the government of Bihar has remained adamant in not ordering any judicial inquiry. It appears that a one-man commission which was non-judicial was ordered to inquire into the matter, but even the report of that commission is kept secret by the government. Such obduracy of a government with regard to such a vital question of public interest, public importance, is something which cannot be imagined in a civilized society. This attitude exposes our cant and hypocrisy in loudly proclaiming that we are striving for an egalitarian society and working for the poor and the oppressed with a view to bring the life up to the desired standard. In the light of the above discussion, they have come to the chapter 3 and they have, they have mentioned, they have told the entire story, para by para, and came to the conclusion, the last one, the same thing. In the meanwhile, the last page, the 100 and the whole story has been said, and then finally, in 104, page 104, 3 by 24, this brutal and indiscriminate firing was mainly the result of the statement of guidelines issued on 6 April 1986. I repeat, this brutal and indiscriminate firing was mainly the result of the statement of guidelines by the Director General of Police issued on 6 April 1986 for the police to treat the agitations arising out of imbalanced economical structure of the society as purely law and order problem and to ensure more positive and forward policy within force. This is all they have done. So that's all, and I would again request you to go through the entire report because it is something which is incredible, and we are raised to walk into the 21st century very soon, 13 years from now. And now this is happening in a small village in Bihar, and it is, and as they say, it is the same story all over the country. And there, they have mentioned at a certain point, they went through a very important book on the agrarian socio-economic situation. It was written by Professor Arwal and Professor Narsingh Reddy of the University of Hyderabad. They give a revealing study of the rural economy in Bihar and gives an account of the atrocities on the poor, peasantry and the agricultural labor in India. And you get several excerpts from this book in page 39, in page 42 also, in para 2 by 15. So this may be of some help to you. This is all about the report. And
so primarily the blame comes on whom? The state or the DG police or?
Of course state. The state, they are the custodians of law and order in the state of Bihar.
It has not clearly been.
It has been very clearly stated here. It has been very clearly stated everywhere.
That DG's statement on.
The DG statement, DG belongs to the DG is appointed by the state. And
Action should be taken against the DG for.
we never know. We never know. This is just to. It is for you. It is because of you that this Arwal case became a national event because of the press. Because of the press. And perhaps now it is up to the press.
Being killed in encounters, for instance, and under that sweep, every even genuine terrorist, if he is killed, it comes under the encounter business.
Well, yes, that's true. That's true. But then we never did it. We never did it. And let's talk about, since we are here, we represent Human Rights Commission. We haven't done anything like that so far. You can't say, you can't give any instance of
not US
standing by them.
Not your. Not US side, but you.
Like this, I don't think it has. I don't think it has.
So the quotation you gave about disorder and order, I want to take that down. I want to take that down, that quotation about order and disorder by some noted philosopher.
Huh?
Order and disorder.
That is Romarola. Romarola said, when order is
spelling
injustice, Roma, R-O-M-A-I-N, R-O-L-L-A-N-D, that famous writer, the French writer, and who wrote a book on Gandhi, who wrote a book, Ramakrishna,
Yes.
and he was basically a pacifist.
Yes.
He read, when order is injustice, disorder is the beginning of justice. And then I can also mention something which Nehru said once, in 30s. Nehru said, is the beginning of justice. Now, Nehru once said that, talking about the British rule in India, said law is but the wheel of the dominant faction. Law is but the wheel of the dominant faction, and order is the reflex of an all-pervading fear. This is what they mean by law and order, and this the same thing is happening here. What Nehru said in 30s.
How do you view violation of human rights in socialist countries?
Well, now, you know, I don't like it. I don't like it. If you ask my own...
It's as bad anyway.
It's as bad as anything. No, it is always there. So we can't have two yardsticks for socialist country and for the capitalist country. It is the same everywhere. I have a copy, I saw it, but I think it should be a little more elaborate. It was a little patchy, people waiting and the judges were there. I was wanting to see something more about the people, the people in close-ups, how they feel. And they have been waiting for hours together. So this is something I can imagine that I was not there. And when I was watching those, I was
you ought to have
watching those shots. I thought, I wish I were there, you know. And he was there, you know. Ramesh was there, and I'm pretty certain that he has made a very extensive survey of the whole thing. I'm sure.
What we would like to do now.
And with Ramesh, there was another friend of ours, M.K. Rana. He's a very persuasive talker. He's a very persuasive talker. And you know, I saw one of their films, one of the brilliant films made by them. That is their first film on drug addiction. I think that will be shown on TV. And the government and the TV will have no problem with this film. But I told these TV people that you may have, if you want to promote his films, then I'm sure that you come across certain things which will be very difficult for you to swallow, but then you have to do it just to prove that TV is a credible media. And I'm sure that you have done something very good. I heard about it. Huh? Have you done it? Completed it?
Waiting for this.
I heard about it, and then good that you also had M.K. Rana with you, because he is one of the finest talkers. He can get things out of people.
Right now.